What's up, everybody? Welcome to the brand new series that I'm going to be doing on YouTube. I'm going to call this one Lord's Top 10. Basically what this series is going to be, guys, is that I pick a topic and I already have like 10 different things planned out. Each episode is going to be a different topic, and I'm going to basically rank up my top 10 of whatever the topic is. Keep in mind that all these lists are going to be basically all my opinion based. So if there's a game or a movie or whatever the topic is that is one of your favorites, it didn't make it to one of mine, just know that it's my opinion, or I may have never experienced that particular thing. Like, for example, today we're going to be talking about video games. I'm going to put my top 10 video games up on a list for you guys, counting down from 10 all the way to number 1. These are games that I rank basically on time spent, quality of game that I enjoy, replayable, how many times I've played it, just a whole bunch of different factors. And the games that I have never played are not on this list. So like I said, if there's a game that you've played that you think is amazing that I haven't played yet, that's probably why it's not on the list. But everybody has different viewpoints, so let's go ahead and get into the list. Let's start out with number 10. Alright guys, so at number 10 you see me place League of Legends. And the reason that I put League of Legends there, and I actually had a really tough time coming up with the number 10 spot, because I had quite a few games that didn't quite make it to the list. But the reason I put League of Legends is because I used to spend quite a bit of time playing League of Legends, and I enjoyed it so much. Like, I played with friends, and it's one of those games that no two games are ever going to be the same. And it's always being updated, it's always being improved, so they say. But it's always having something new to it. It's always changing, and the game is always being adjusted. So it's not like you find one thing that is completely broken and you exploit it from then on out. You know what I mean? It's always being changed, it's always being improved. And I love watching, especially like the world championships of it, like the playoffs and stuff. Oh man, that's like one of the best Twitch streams out there. Like, if you enjoy the game and you know the game, even if you don't necessarily play it, like, it's still a lot of fun to watch. And even though I don't really play League of Legends anymore, I had to put it on this list as number 10. It's too good a game not to at least try for a little while. It's got a pretty big learning curve, but once you get into it, it is totally worth it. So that's number 10, guys, League of Legends. Alright guys, so at number 9 I got Gran Turismo. And Gran Turismo was a game that I picked up back in like PS2 days. I think it was like the third one or something like that. And I remember spending hours and hours and hours just trying to get the money to get that next car, to get that next improvement, or to try and win the best race that I could possibly win at that time. And it stays true to the formula even today into 5 or 6 or whatever it is now. I played 3, 4, and 5. I think I haven't played the newest one. But if you like cars and you enjoy something different other than the typical hack and slash, and it's the racing game for me to play. It's realistic enough, and you can play it to where it is casual enough that you're not stressing over anything. You're just having a good time. And, you know, seeing your efforts come together when you have a garage full of these badass cars, there's nothing better than that. And every time you win a new prize car, it's like, oh man, what am I going to get? What am I going to get? Like, I want to get that next thing. I want to get all my licenses. I want to, you know, complete all the different challenges, all the different, even the endurance events. All those things are awesome. And if you couple that with like the steering wheel and the foot pedals and all that, which I think is way too expensive, but if you have that, I'm sure it's even better. So I had to put Gran Turismo on this list for all those reasons. And if you haven't played it, you really need to check it out. Alright guys, so I got the Bioshock series at number 8. And I've played all 3 of these, both on stream and on YouTube for you guys. But they're amazing games. Like, the storyline is what gets it for me, and that's really something that I truly enjoy about a game, is the storyline. I don't really need a difficult game. I don't need a game that the mechanics are perfect, but if it has a really good story behind it, that's really what makes the game for me. Bioshock series, amazing. Starting from the first one to the second one to Infinite, and I can't wait to see what they have next, honestly. Because each game is unique. They're all kind of tied together a little bit, but you don't really even need to have played any of the other ones to pick one up and start playing it and enjoy it. And it's just a really great game. So if you haven't played that one either, then you need to pick it up, like, now. Alright guys, so at number 7, I got The Walking Dead. And I'm not talking about that survival instinct crap. I'm talking about the ones from Telltale Games, Season 1 and Season 2. Especially Season 1. It was one of the most, by far, emotionally attached video games that I've ever seen. And the first time that I saw it, I saw somebody play it, and I remember, like, tearing up, because I just got so emotionally attached to these characters and the bonds that were made and the choices that were made. It was just so well done, and it was unlike anything else that we'd seen before. So for me, and even into Season 2, like, it still had that attachment factor, and they did an amazing job with it. And I'm really looking forward to see if they're going to even continue making the Walking Dead Telltale series. You know, if they're going to continue with the same characters, but they're going to move into something completely new. Either way, I'm really excited to see what they got to do next, and they're not very expensive games, so if you can afford to get it, definitely get it. It was voted, I think, Game of the Year, Season 1, and I can see why. And I've played it, and I've seen it probably 5 times, so it's highly replayable, and definitely one of my favorites. Alright guys, so number 6 is Guitar Hero, and I know a lot of people are probably like, what? Like, why did that make the list? That game's, like, been out for so long, and I know it's just now about to make a comeback in a different way, but you guys probably may not even realize how big a game it was when it came out. There was nothing like it before. Music in video games, like, what? Like, that never happens. Like, that sounds stupid. Why would you want to play a guitar with little buttons and when you can just play a real guitar? Like, and then I played it, and then I realized exactly what it was talking about, exactly why it was just so much fun. I spent hours, guys, like, late nights. Like, I couldn't wait to get home from school some days just so I could play more Guitar Hero. That's how bad it was. You know, I mean, learning how to play to getting all the way up to expert difficulty, playing through all the story modes, you know, making your own characters, making your own bands, and then they release, you know, the bass, the vocals, and the drums, and then you got to relearn things all over again and just enjoy the game in a whole new light. It was awesome, and I still have fun playing it. Like, I don't think I'll ever get tired of it. And even though it had died out for such a long time, I'm actually really glad to see that it's coming back. And even though I'm not sure about the new format and things like that, but I'm interested to see how it comes out. And I still have all my Guitar Hero stuff, and I don't think I'll ever get rid of it. So definitely a game worth checking out, guys, for sure. Runescape. Yeah, probably a little bit of a surprise on that one too. But I was actually a member of RuneScape for probably close to a decade. I spent more time on RuneScape than I think any other game ever. I think I started as like a freshman in high school, and I didn't stop until maybe a year or two, maybe 2 years ago, something like that. And RuneScape was just that first online game that I really got into. It was the game that all my friends played. We all, you know, would get home and chat with each other and play, and it was just one of the best things that I can remember doing. And I met new people, and it was like that first online social experience for me. So I have to put RuneScape at number 5. And unfortunately, like, their hacking stuff for accounts is very messed up, and the account that I had for so long evidently got hacked when I was not playing it, and basically because of that my account got banned. So then when I went back and tried to log in to see if everything was still, you know, cool, my account was gone. And even though I've sent emails after emails after emails to try and get that fixed, I don't think it's going to happen. So RuneScape is a dud for me. I will not be playing it anymore, but it is definitely a game to check out. And in its heyday, it was the best. Alright, so number 4 should not be a surprise at all. Minecraft, guys. It is a highly addictive game to play, and you can do anything you want. That's what I love about it so much. I like the freedom to just create whatever you want, do whatever you want. There is no real sense of urgency to complete certain things at certain times, and you know, I mean, it's just a very free range type of experience, and I enjoy those types of things. And it's never gonna be a game that goes away. You know, certain games come in and go with fads and everything like that. I mean, like some of the games in my previous in the list, like, you know, League of Legends and Guitar Hero and RuneScape, they're gonna phase out. You know, they're not gonna have a loyal following forever, because there's only so much that you can do with it, you know? And with Minecraft, I feel like it's complete opposite. Not only is Mojang always upgrading things, but player-created content is always being added. And the player-created content is really what people go in for. So why not keep going, and why not try new things? And it's only going to get better with age. And despite its massive popularity, I still feel like it's a very personal game to play. I mean, you create a world yourself, and you feel like you really built it yourself, you know? Tons of fun, and I can't see myself stopping playing Minecraft anytime soon. So that's why I ranked it at number 4. Alright, so we got the holy grail of all video games at number 3. I got Pokemon. And I had to put Pokemon on this list because I remember getting my Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color even before that, and the only games I really ever had was Pokemon games. I had, you know, all 3, Red, Blue, and Yellow. I had Silver and Gold. I had Crystal. I had, I think I had Sapphire, and I think that was the last Pokemon cartridge that I ever had. But I would play Fire Red or Leaf Green or Diamond or Pearl. I think I had Black or White at one time as a ROM on a computer through an emulator, and I still have fun with it. And Pokemon is one of those things that you never really truly get tired of playing. You get the itch to want to go back and play it again, and I feel that all the time. And you know, I mean, I grew up in the age of Pokemon when it was coming out. I mean, I remember, you know, opening up base set packs of Pokemon cards, and I still have all my Pokemon cards. They're back here in the closet area back there. Maybe I'll show you guys that one day if you want. But yeah, pretty much Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh card game were the only things that I ever had for my Game Boy, for my handheld days. And I can remember playing Pokemon. My grandparents and I took a trip to Canada one year, but we were driving. And for those of you that know, I live in deep South Texas, like the bottom tip. So driving from the bottom of the country all the way up to Canada, that's going to take a while. I remember playing Pokemon in the back seat, changing out batteries constantly because I was always running out. And I played it all the way up and all the way back. Like, that's how addicted I was to Pokemon. And I love the entire idea of it. They're great games and absolutely amazing to play, replay, and share with somebody else. So if you haven't played Pokemon yet, please do. Alright, so at number 2, guys, we got Skyrim and Oblivion, basically the Elder Scrolls series. And for those of you that have been around me before, Skyrim is the shit. Same thing with Oblivion, but Skyrim takes the cake between the two. I remember seeing Oblivion and just being so amazed by it when it first came out. And I didn't play it till years later myself, but I completed the game completely, like 2 or 3 times. And I can say the same thing about Skyrim. I don't even know how many hours I put into that. I played Skyrim once on my old roommate's PS3. I played it on my PS3 one time through. And then I played it like 1.5 times on PC. I mean, it's just one of those games that never gets old, and you can play it differently every time. And even though if you know what's going to be happening, you know everything about the game, you still want to go back into that world and play it because it is just so well designed and so well done. And I got nothing bad to say about Skyrim, honestly. It is one of those games that is near perfection, and it takes a lot to impress me like that. But Skyrim and Oblivion, the Elder Scrolls series, is definitely on the mark when they say that it's a complete game. And I can give you so many examples of times where I had so much fun with that game, but I'd rather you guys experience it yourself. Alright guys, so here it is, the last game on the list, Dark Cloud 1 and 2. These are games from back in PS2, and I played both of them on stream for you guys through an emulator back when I was first starting. Great games, absolutely great games. I know that they're a little bit outdated, and a lot of people are like, well, the graphics still aren't very good, and you know, whatever. But it's not even about the graphics, it's about the connection to playing the game, and there's just something so uniquely satisfying about completing the levels, upgrading your weapons, unlocking a new character, even though you only had like 2 in the second one. Well, that's not true, like 2 characters with other little things, and 6 of them in the first one, right? But it's one of those games that you can take your time with and truly enjoy it. And I don't know how else to explain it other than you have to go out and play it. Like, it's my favorite game of all time. And I've played it through, or at least the first one and the second one both, now that I think about it. I didn't finish the games until I started streaming. And that's because I didn't want to finish the game when I played it on my own growing up. You know, I mean, I played it for so long and did so many things, and I remember getting to the very end and I just said, you know, I don't want to finish it yet. I don't want to finish it yet. Like, I want to go upgrade their weapons some more, or I want to, you know, do these little challenges or push myself to do this or that or whatever. And for both games I did that. I remember just not wanting that experience to end. So when I actually finished them here on stream, it was a very surreal experience. Like, wow, like after all these years, I finally finished this game, and they're my favorite games ever. And I see why, because I still want to play it even after I'm done with it. So if you have an opportunity to either get it via emulator or to get it with a PS2, gotta get it. Absolutely gotta get it. 10 out of 10, best game series ever for me. But yeah guys, that's my top 10 list, and after this you're gonna see a little list of games that barely missed the top 10, their notable mentions. And the only game that I think I forgot to add on that list was the Assassin's Creed series. But other than that, I think the other ones are pretty fair to say, for me at least. But I really hope you guys have enjoyed this series, and the next time, I'm not sure exactly what topic we're going to be doing, but it's been fun, guys. See you next time. Have a good day.